Okay guys, so today we're going to be talking about the Neon set. Hey guys, come and join us at twitch.tv/TeamVASH. We stream 18 plus hours a day and we're the most active Save the World streamers on the planet, so come and join us and be a part of the team. Earlier today, we had the new patch come in and the Neon set has become an expansion set. So it's been added to the classics. So now we have access to all of the Neon set for Flux. You can now research any of these heroes or any of these weapons, and so we're going to do a quick overview, talking about each of these different things and tell you what's good, what's interesting, what might be worth your Flux to actually research these items. All right, so first we're going to start with the heroes. We're going to go into Bulletstorm Jonesy. Bulletstorm Jonesy is a fantastic hero. He's part of my ultimates lineup. He's one of the essential components to the most powerful soldier build in all of Save the World. The thing that makes him special is his standard perk. Every shot increases ranged weapon damage by 1% up to a maximum of 25 stacks, giving you 25% bonus damage when fully charged. You don't lose this buff until you reload or switch your weapons. So works absolutely fantastic with LMGs. Any massive magazine size will be able to take the full effect of this for a much longer period of time. So absolutely devastatingly powerful character. I use him, like I said, in my #1 most powerful meta soldier build. Second, we have Heavy Base Kyle. Heavy Base Kyle is an interesting character. He has I would say he is less effective as a standard perk and much more effective as a commander perk. As a standard perk, I can't really recommend him. He's very unimpressive. Essentially, what he does is when enemies are eliminated while standing on structures that are affected by your base, so you put your base down and an energy shield covers everything. It covers everything. Well, up to a 3x3 or a 4x4 if you're using Megabase in your support slot, or potentially a 6x6 if you're using Megabase himself. So all the structures that are covered by base, as soon as enemies walk onto your energy floors and die, they will charge the base. And once it hits 30 charges, 30 enemies dying on your floors that you control with base, you'll get a massive explosion, doing damage to all enemies within a 3-tile radius. Now, as you can imagine, a 3-tile radius is absolutely pathetic and worthless. So as a standard perk, I think he's complete, absolute trash tier. Garbage. As a commander perk, however, it's a different story because it's the same thing. It's still affecting everything covered by base, but the difference is the damage is way higher and it affects a 5-tile radius. 5 tiles is much more acceptable. 5-tile radius from the base, usually means, 2 or 3 squares outside of your base. You have like a 3x3, like say you're doing a repair the shelter, which is a 3x3. Your base is going to cover all your walls plus 1, right? So with Mega Base in your support slot, you should have enough range to actually kill things that are on your floors. So that's at about a 4 range, about one around, right? It'll just touch. So it's not amazing. Most enemies are going to die outside of the range of your base, but the ones that make it in, they sneak in, they die to your gas traps or whatever. They will charge the base, and when the explosion happens, it will reach 2 squares outside of your walls. So it's still not amazing. Honestly, this should be like a 7 or 8 tile radius for it to really be worth much at all. But it is still functional. As a main character, I could make this character do some work. He's definitely not top tier, but he's okay and he's fun to use. The thematic of using like a nuclear bomb going off, a big energy explosion, is pretty darn cool. So the fun factor is definitely there. Harvester Sarah is a very interesting character. She's a scythe specialist. Now, She's definitely more of a commander perk than a standard perk, because if you're using a scythe, you're gonna want to be using her. She's the one, right? Using it as a support per like a standard perk doesn't really make sense. So she is definitely a commander character. She has an ability called Scythe Damichi, which increases scythe damage by 62%. Very strong, extremely strong. But it's only against slowed and snared enemies. However, the scythes apply a 30% snare for 2 seconds. So she self-procs slow, and then she does increase damage against that target that has slow on it. So your first attack just slows the target, and then every attack after that causes bonus damage and maintains that slow effect. So pretty strong character. Honestly, this one's a lot of fun. If you've ever used crowd control scythe ninjas, they're pretty fun, man. They're highly entertaining. So that one is definitely on the list. If you ever want to be a scythe class, that's your girl right there. Last but not least, we have Tenshot Jess. Tenshot Jess is a really cool looking character. I love the the techno punk look. She's got, in my opinion, a pretty garbage ability. I personally think this character is absolutely trashed here, for a few different reasons. As a standard perk, it's totally worthless. 21 headshot eliminations is way too much to justify getting a charge fragment, and the charge fragment does not do nearly enough to justify its use. It's an incredibly garbage, incredibly weak, worthless ability. As a commander perk, 7 headshot eliminations doesn't sound so bad. It's like, alright, kill 7 enemies with headshots, get a charge fragment. Well, I'm sorry, but charge fragments are just not that important. It's not worth being a main character unless charge fragments were going to be something much more significant than they are, like a 100% cooldown reduction on your next ability. That would make it, pretty awesome. Unfortunately, all it does is give you a 30% cooldown reduction, which is completely garbage, totally worthless, and often doesn't even do anything. There's a lot of situations where your cooldowns, you get a reduced cooldown, but you don't need the reduced cooldown. Then when you do need the reduced cooldown, you don't have it there. It's not like you can choose when you use the fragment or not, because you can't choose when you are using your fragments. This is a completely worthless character. The other thing that's terrible about this character is that this is a Teddy character. Teddy, Seismic Smash, and Phase Shift. This character is missing the most important ability that an Outlander can have, and that's Shock Tower. Without Shock Tower, an Outlander has no value. Teddy has no value. The only character in the entire game that has a good Teddy is Trailblazer Quinn. Every other Teddy is a garbage nerfed piece of trash that does nothing. So this character has a garbage Teddy. It's missing the most damaging skill in the game, Shock Tower, and it's left with a Phase Shift and a Seismic Slash. So this character is trashed here. Absolute trashed here. Worthless piece of garbage. Even if this said headshot eliminations, 7 headshot eliminations give you a charge fragment, and charge fragments were buffed to reduce 100% of the cooldown cost of your next ability, I still wouldn't use this character. This is a complete trash tier garbage hero. No value, completely worthless. So, yeah, just the worst. She was kind of like a mediocre grizzly back in the day, and now she's even worse than that. So don't waste your time getting this complete joke of a character. Okay, so moving on to the expansion schematics. These are the neon weapons. Neon weapons are wonderful, man. They're wonderful. This is the Krypton pistol. Krypton pistol is a nice 5.5 semi-automatic pistol. Pretty good. It's a pretty high tier weapon. Biggest problem this one has is that it's energy ammo, and energy ammo is not ideal for anything, because energy ammo sucks to make. Because it costs bacon, you're never going to make ammo for it. You're going to stockpile the ammo in your armory and then pull these weapons out once you have lots to actually have some fun and play with these weapons. So it's not really a viable option, and it certainly doesn't do enough damage to justify being an energy consumption weapon. Helium shotgun, however, is one of the most powerful weapons in the entire game. This is the only shotgun in the entire game that can shoot through energy shields. Well, pretty much enough said. This gun can shoot through energy shields. It is top tier. It is insane. It is a wrecking ball of damage. This thing hits like a truck, and shoots through shields. I mean, what more can be said? If you can get this weapon with affliction on it, you're going to be a happy camper. So for all you shotgun specialists out there, this is an absolute must-have. Then we got the Argon Assault Rifle. This is a really cool weapon. Looks really awesome. Has a nice 6 fire rate, which is on the slow side. Pretty good mag size. Just all around really cool, really fun weapon. It has high damage, but is not top tier. It's high tier. It's a very strong weapon, but honestly, I don't think it does enough damage to justify using energy ammo. So again, it's a really good gun, and if you have a nice affliction, perk on it, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. It's a laser gun. Lasers are amazing, and it is very high damage. So yeah, up to you. It's a good gun. It's just not. I don't think it's worth the energy ammo. It's definitely not a main weapon. Neon Sniper Rifle is an absolutely top tier essential weapon that every person on the planet has to have in their arsenal, and not because it's an amazing strong super weapon, but because you can see right through walls. You can murder things through walls, you can shoot through walls, you can see through walls. This gun is so valuable when you're doing encampment missions because you can see through the mountains and shoot the enemies that are bugged out, the ones that got spawned inside the terrain, which unfortunately still happens all the time. It's never been a bug that's been fully addressed and fixed. This gun, however, makes it completely a non-issue. If you have the Neon Sniper Rifle and anything gets bugged inside the terrain, you just scope through the terrain and blow it away. Easy peasy. Must have. Then we've got the Mercury LMG. The Mercury LMG is a fantastic weapon. This one here is, it's the slowest firing LMG in the game. It's got a passive that causes you to do explosions if you can target one enemy with 5 shots in a row. So mostly works best against mist monsters. And if you do, you can actually hit areas of enemies, and it's very effective. This gun is extremely powerful, and even against huskies, the explosions just really tear things up. So this one I think is a must-have for anybody's arsenal. Just a fantastic, super fun, massive mag size crit LMG laser gun. Super great weapon. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Thing just tears up. Last but not least is the Noble Launcher. The Noble Launcher is a wonderful weapon. One of the most powerful rockets in the entire game. It's the only rocket that can shoot through walls, shoot through terrain, shoot through anything. You can charge this one up to create a massive beam of energy that cuts through everything in a path, making it great for dealing with trap tunnels. And just an amazing, wicked weapon. So anyway, guys, that is the list of neon heroes and neon guns. So hopefully this overview helps you determine whether or not you want to focus on pulling these ones out of the collections book and adding it to your arsenal. Alright guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and comment down below if there's any other reviews you'd like me to cover. Catch you guys next time.
So if you like this video, come check us out on Twitch. We Twitch stream 15 to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single morning starting at 9 a.m. We'd really appreciate the support. We're working really hard to grow the Twitch channel, so come and check us out. Come help us grow and be part of TeamVASH. Thanks, guys.